Welcome back to week 7 on the road to Melbourne, where the hills are alive with the sound of a middle-aged man huffing and puffing.
Longest hill ever.
Now, before we can get into this week of training, I would like to show you what I found when I got home after my last Sunday long run. Look at this thing. Blister-proof socks, my ass in Gingy. Now, after doing my research, arguing with my wife about whether I should pop it or not, I went with her advice and of course the majority of the internet's advice that I could find in not popping it, which seemed to be the smart play in avoiding any further bullshit. I patched it up and I got on with this week. So Tuesday kicked things off in the normal Norwegian fashion, a threshold session on the treadmill. Now today's session was supposed to be 12 by 3 minutes. However, I done made a whoopsie, and when I was putting this workout into my watch, I failed to pay attention. So I started the workout, and as I was running on the treadmill, I saw myself go past 1 kilometer in the first rep. And I'm doing 3-minute reps, remember? So I thought to myself, I'm either running 3-minute Ks right now, or I've fucked this up. Now, either one of these is very possible, but as it had turned out, I'd forgot to set the rep component to 3 minutes and I just left it as a K. So my session was 12 by 1K. So thinking quickly on my feet, I decided to just do 7 by 1K at 5-minute kilometer pace, which worked out to 35 minutes of threshold. Same, potato. It was a win. And then it was off to runner's prep for my second session of the day and an update on this running supplement trial I'd commenced.
Alright, second session of the day. It's time for runner's prep, so strength and conditioning, very important. Don't forget it. This is day 1 of taking that rest and rise as well. So I got up from my night shift. I had the rise formula, which is got some bicarb soda in there, which you can definitely taste. It tastes like shit. The creatine, taurine, and magnesium. Now, I normally take supplement-wise fish oil, magnesium, and vitamin D3. So I've cut the magnesium out because it's in this. We'll see how it goes, but day 1, it's nothing but placebos at the moment, so stay tuned.
For Wednesday, I had 70 minutes easy on the cards, and easy means 70% or under of my max heart rate. So for me, this is up to 130 beats a minute, which at the moment is very slow. It's 7 minutes 20 per kilometer. I get just over 9Ks of volume with this on 70 minutes easy, but I am really trying to stick to these easy runs being easy.
Thursday, threshold session number 2 of the week. 3 by 12 again today. And I'm just going to see how I go. I went on my 70-minute easy run last night. My calf cramped up something shocking and it's quite sore today. I'm going to assume it was just because I was dehydrated because I definitely wasn't exerting myself. But that was interesting. So that's a little bit sore today, and generally I think back to that time when I was in Germany and I got really sore calves. Running on the treadmill was actually fine. So I'm hoping that that's similar today, but 3 by 12, we'll keep it sensible and we'll see how we go.
I'm very happy to report that my calf was fine on the treadmill and I smashed this session. Super happy with how the data came out for this one. My average heart rate for the session was 152 with a max heart rate of 159, and that was sticking to 5-minute 10 per kilometer pace, which is a really good result here because it means that I have places to go, probably in regards to pacing here, as I can nudge my heart rate all the way up to 165. So this is a really good sign. Thursday night, and we were back at runner's prep for the second strength and conditioning session of the week, which these, again, I go on about it all the time, but strength and conditioning in running is just huge. Running economy, injury prevention. If you're not doing it, please, I beg of you, do it.
Bit of T-dog up here on a Friday. 70 minutes easy on the bike with the Peloton. Absolutely killing it, squad. 70 minutes, easy ride, watching cartoons. It's anime actually, cartoons are for kids.
I managed to bang out 33 kilometers on the bike here in this session, which is good because this probably means that I could very well be an elite cyclist and I just don't know it yet. The good news is my heart rate was 118 beats per minute, which was a whole bunch of time in zone 2. So hopefully this will help my piss poor aerobic system develop. Come on! For Saturday's menu, I had 60 minutes of easy running, which again was at a stunning power walking pace of 7 minutes 20 per kilometer, but this easy run came with a point of frustration that I'm of course going to share with you.
Alright, so I just had an amazing encounter with an older lady and some, I don't know what kind of dog it was. It's like a bigger version of a staffy with pointy ears. But like off lead, saw Tonks, charged away from her up to us, ran around, like sort of chasing Tonks as I'm standing there with the lead. I'm like, put your dog on a fucking lead. No recall, like it's a busy jogging path. I've come to the realization from running, same as driving, that there are bad drivers everywhere, and the same goes for fucking people that walk their dogs. Morons everywhere. If your dog won't come back, keep it on a lead.
And then just like that, it was Sunday and time for our bush adventures.
Sunday morning, so a couple of Ks into today's long run, 24 Ks today, so had to alter some things for this coming week because of work. So today on the plan was originally going to be 28 Ks, but next week I can't do my long run on Sunday, so I'm having to do it on Saturday. And I know it's only one day forward, but that mileage is going to go into this weekly calendar week, so I'll have 2 long runs counted in there. And I don't know if this is stupid or not. If it is, you can tell me. So because of that, I've put 24 Ks today and then 28 Ks on Saturday, which is still going to be a huge week for me, but I don't know, I'm just trying to be really smart about stuff. It's in the hills as well, so I'm still going to have a 3-hour long run. Well, it'll be under 3 hours, but it'll be over 2.5 hours for 24 Ks out here, so potato. But yeah, we out here, we get it done. Got my mate, and away we go.
I bet you're thinking the same thing when you see that car as I did. I was 100% sure that there was going to be a dead body or someone sleeping in their car in the forest. There was no one in the car.
Longest hill ever. Nearly 16 Ks in, and as always on my long runs, it's that time where I talk shit or ask the internet. So today, for anyone that's watching might be able to help with this, feel free to chime in. I was looking at my program heading up to Melbourne, and I have of course adopted the revolutionary Norwegian Singles Method or Norwegian Singles Approach, which is just training like a smart person in the end of the day. But 3 threshold sessions a week, sub-threshold, and the rest easy ones. Now at the moment I'm doing 2 thresholds and the long run out here with like 400 plus meters at elevation, and it's a fair slog for me, so it's like a 3rd session type of deal. So first thing, I was thinking about how I adopt those threshold sessions to be marathon-esque, because, and I don't know if this is like one of those you have to check your ability kind of things, because I see people do marathon sessions like 4x3k, 5x5k, and I'm like, arm sore. I'm like, if I was to do a 5x5, for example, at a slower sub-threshold pace, that's probably like an hour and 10 minutes or something worth of threshold. And everything I read says threshold sessions are supposed to be between 30 to 40 minutes. So I wonder if I start trying to build up to something like that, if I'm just asking to get injured. So what I've got on my plan is, I think the biggest threshold sessions I do are 5 by 10 minutes at that like 30k kind of pace, and 4 by 12 minutes. But I don't know if is that enough. And then when you combine it with like your long run mileage, that just gets you over the line. Or because I'll end up doing 3 sub-threshold sessions a week and a long run on the flat, is that okay? Then the second bit is the long run on the flat. So I've been doing all my long runs out here and I love it, but they're hard. So at one point I had on my plan, I was going to do up to 36 Ks out here as a long run. And then I was looking at it and I was like, that'll take me more than 4 hours to do. And I'm like, does that push into ultra territory? And then as a person of my current ability set, is that also just asking for too much for fatigue that could go to injury? So I have made a rule where basically I'll do my long runs out in the hills up to like a 3 hour 30 max, whatever Ks that ends up being. And then 6 weeks out of Melbourne, I'll just move all my long runs to the flat and do them easy. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on that, or if you know what you're talking about, by all means, chime in with some advice, because this is actually one of the things I really enjoy about doing this and making these, is just learning, figuring it out and making a video on it, and maybe it helps someone else that's in the same boat. I don't know, but yeah, we'll find out when we get to Melbourne, I guess. I haven't done this part of the loop for ages, but around this corner there's like a ridiculous ugly hill, and last time it broke me down to a walk. This time a run up it. Let's go. Well, I made it up the hill. It was jog walking, but I didn't walk. I made it look like it was a jog. And now I am walking. But now I'm gonna keep running. Okay. Ah, that's a big puddle. On the outside, dog. Smart dog. Smartest breed in the world, round the puddle. And done. 24 Ks in the bag. It took me 2 hours and 43 minutes this morning at 6:49 pace. And my heart rate average was 147. And I spent an hour and 7 minutes in threshold. So maybe I can handle hour-long threshold sessions, who knows, but all done. Tough run, 66 Ks for the week. With my mate there. And I think I'm just gonna sit at that mileage for a little bit now. I don't think I need to get carried away. I think originally when I was looking at my training plan, I was just gonna keep it trying to scale up. And I think that'll just get me injured. So I'm just gonna stay around here for a while and build up a little bit more before Melbourne and see how we go. Happy days. See you next week.